The greatest moment at Municipal Stadium took place on July 13, 1963. Going into the 1963 season, Early Wynn had secured his place as one of the winningest and most intimidating pitchers of his time. He won 17 or more games 10 times, had 5 20-win seasons, led the league in strikeouts twice, was a 6-time All-Star, and won a Cy Young, and in the 1950s he had more strikeouts than any other pitcher in the majors, with 1,544. Wynn would have his best years with the Cleveland Indians, where he would be a part of one of baseball's greatest pitching rotations, which included Bob Feller, Bob Lemon, and Mike Garcia. His best season would be in 1954, where he won 23 games, had a 2.73 ERA and 155 strikeouts, while helping lead the Tribe to 114 wins and their third American League pennant. After the 57 season, Wynn would go to the Chicago White Sox, and in his second year with the Pale Hose, he'd win his first Cy Young at the age of 39, winning 22 games and helping lead the White Sox to their first American League pennant in 40 years, and by the end of the 1960 season, he was 29 wins shy of 300. However, age was catching up, and in 1961, he would miss much of the season and win only 8 games. By the next year, it was clear that Wynn had passed his prime. He would continue to struggle, with his stuff not being nearly as dominating as it once was, and he would finish the season with just 7 wins. On September 8, 1962, he would get his 299th career victory, but would lose his next 3 decisions, finishing the season one shy of 300. The next year, Wynn would return to Cleveland and hope that he could achieve the elusive milestone in what would be his final season. But he would continue to struggle, and after 7 starts since winning his 299th, he remained winless. Then on July 13th, he would get another chance against the Athletics in Kansas City. Gus would show struggles through the first 4 innings, but would keep his team in the game, limiting the A's to just 1 run. Then in the top of the 5th, the Indians would give him some support. They would score 4 runs to take a 5-1 lead, which would barely be enough, as the A's would score 3 runs in the bottom half. Wynn would get out of the inning, and Jerry Walker would come in to relieve in the 6th, putting Wynn in line for the victory. Walker would get out of a jam in the 6th, and the 7th would get an insurance run. But Wynn's chance at number 300 would be put in jeopardy once again in the 8th. With 1 out, Charlie Lau would double, and Ed Charles would walk to bring the go-ahead run to the plate, but Walker would pick Charles off first and strike out Chuck Esigian to get out of it. Now with only 3 outs to go, the Indians would tack on another run in the 9th, and it finally looked like number 300 was in the book. After giving up a leadoff single, Walker would retire the side in order, and the long wait for number 300 was finally over. After all of the remarkable seasons and accomplishments that Gus had achieved in his career, he had finally reached the exclusive number of wins that would put him in the Hall of Fame, being just the 7th pitcher of the modern era to reach the 300 plateau. Wynn would end his career with exactly 300 wins, along with a career ERA of 3.54, 49 shutouts, 290 complete games, and 2,334 strikeouts, and he would be elected into the Hall of Fame in 1972.